The sun had barely begun to rise over the red earth of Ibadan, Nigeria, when the Kim family stepped out of the dusty jeep. Pastor Kim, his wife Umzio, and their 9-year-old son Duri had journeyed across continents, guided by faith and compassion, to bring hope to forgotten corners of the world. The village was quiet, save for the laughter of barefoot children weaving between broken huts and rustling palm leaves. Amidst the sea of unfamiliar faces, one little girl stood out. She was 5 years old, slender, barefoot, with skin kissed by the sun and a wild sparkle in her eyes. Her name was Rose. While other children shyly kept their distance from the foreigners, Rose marched right up to Duri, grinning from ear to ear as she held out a tattered doll. Despite the language barrier, something unspoken passed between them. By the afternoon, they were inseparable, playing with sticks and stones, splashing in the shallow river, and sharing roasted maize beneath a mango tree. Rose's laughter was infectious, but the hardship in her life was all too real. Her parents, kind but weary, watched from a distance with hollow eyes. They barely had enough to eat. Her mother approached the Kims later that week, her voice trembling as she explained that they loved their daughter dearly, but they could no longer give her the future she deserved. She spoke of dreams she once had, of education, health, and hope, now slipping beyond reach. Una wept that night, cradling her own son as he slept. Pastor Kim prayed long and hard. The idea of adoption had never crossed their minds before, but the bond between Duri and Rose was undeniable, and something in their hearts whispered that this was more than coincidence. It was destiny. The decision wasn't easy. There were forms, permissions, and countless questions. But through tears and farewells, Rose's parents entrusted her to the Kims with the most heartbreaking gift of all, faith that their daughter would have a better life. 2 months later, the Kim family landed in Incheon, South Korea. The air was colder, the streets brighter, the culture unfamiliar. But Rose, wrapped in a pink coat several sizes too big, held Duri's hand tightly. And just like that, her new life began. Not as a guest, not as a stranger, but as a daughter. Years passed like petals drifting on a spring breeze. Rose, once a barefoot child from a forgotten village, blossomed into a striking and intelligent young woman. Her Korean was now fluent, her grades top of her class, and her beauty, natural and effortless, turned heads in every hallway she walked down. Yet no matter how far she came, her heart remained rooted in the home that gave her a second chance. And in that home there was Duri. To the world they were siblings. But to Rose it was never that simple. From the time she was 10, she'd watched how he stood up to bullies who teased her for her skin or her origins. How he skipped school once to walk her home when she was sick. How his silent